Hi, this is Fred Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. Welcome to Technical Tuesdays. But before we start our topic today titled Breakouts, make sure to like and subscribe so that you can get future content just like this. So what are breakouts and how do they apply and what's the emphasis of them? Okay, so breakouts are basically record breakers. If you look at it, it's just like when you're playing a sport and a record gets broken. Whether you're in a football match or you're in hockey or basketball, whatever it is, we always think that the records are always finite. They won't be broken. They'll be sustainable. No, there's not going to be another Michael Jordan. No way. There can't be another Wayne Gretzky. There can't be another player like Pele. All these type of guys had increased that ceiling. That ceiling exists because the previous person only thought about it this far. Okay, but then comes the next generation and sees how far their target is, and they go for that target and push it just a little bit higher, and then a little bit higher, and then a little bit higher, and before you know it, you get those breakouts. It's the same thing with trading. Okay, whenever you're trading in a range, there's resistance and there's support. Anytime you have a situation where resistance and support are not respected, when there's momentum, when there's something pushing it higher, pushing it, there's some sort of news event, there's some sort of catalyst. That's what you got to be looking for, some sort of catalyst to move the market in one direction or the other. Now, this year alone, we've seen maybe 3 or 4 examples that have multi-decade success stories that we haven't seen before. Opportunities that we haven't seen before. Number 1, JP Morgan. Number 2, we saw with Forex symbols, including the Japanese yen, including the euro, including the British pound over the past year. We never thought, in 2006, if you look at a graph of JP Morgan in 2006, it went to $6 a share. It's over $100 a share today and hit that ceiling just about 6 months ago. Unbelievable. If you look at the GBP, the British pound, which has been the sterling, the benchmark Forex symbol, the benchmark currency of the world, no one was as strong as the pound for centuries. I'm talking about centuries, not decades, centuries. And all of a sudden this year, it went 1-to-1 parity to the dollar. It's about 117 right now, but it went 1-to-1 versus the dollar. It just tumbled in less than 5 months. It raised the ceiling of how far it can go. Another example is the Japanese yen. For centuries, I'm talking about for years, it either went to 138, 135, that's where it topped out. Here, we almost hit 150. 150 to the dollar is unheard of. These are record breakers and they're breakouts. They're the new norm. They're setting the stage for what we can expect moving forward. Now, there are corrections to the markets. There are definitely going to be opportunities like this again. But the point is that when you do get these breakouts, they're massive opportunities in order for you to take advantage of them. Now, you got to keep a sharp eye because what happens is that we hit resistance, we retrace, resistance, retrace, resistance, and then all of a sudden there's going to be a capitulation. There's going to be a few things in the market that are going to give you that tidbit, that little bit, boom, and then they go up. And that's exactly what happens in the markets. Nothing ever goes up all at one time. They give you a little tidbit, and then boom. It doesn't always happen where it happens most of the time when you least expected it. Even though it's on resistance, and you say, oh, it's going to retrace here, it's going to retrace, and boom, it goes higher. Because they know, okay? Because the market knows, okay? And they're expecting that. So just be aware of it. These are really massive opportunities to make great amount of success stories for yourselves in these type of opportunities. Join me here next time on Technical Tuesdays. God bless you, everybody. Thank you.